The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own and in no way meant to offend or upset anyone. We ad-lib, paraphrase and imitate to convey reviewed content only. It's a bit of a laugh. Enjoy!
I'll be the last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight the fear when I feel like dying. I'm trying to fly high, but I'm not a pilot, can't deny it. There's some days I feel idiotic, just a product of a system where you're lucky just to...
Hello everybody, welcome to Series 3, Episode 19 of What's the Script? Chrissy's picked this week, and I'll give you three guesses if you're watching the YouTube channel to what the fuck it is he's picked. Chris, how are you?
Yes, had a splendid morning, as we know. But other than that, Fan-Dabby Dozy.
Do you know what? That's the most un-pirate response to how are you doing I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Aye. Well, people are touchy about that nowadays. Is it, can you do the accents? Can you no do the accents? Know what I mean?
Listen, we can do whatever we want in here. If people don't like it, then they just tune out. Nobody's getting hurt, nobody's getting to jail. It's all in the aid of fun and relaying the content in which we have just reviewed and watched. So, because Chris is looking like a pirate, but doesn't want to act like a pirate, I'll just tell you what it is he picked last week. It was the original 2003 dawning of a franchise, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, innit, mate?
Aye. The Black Pearl in all its glory. Did you go and see this in the pictures now?
Can't remember.
Oh,
I honestly can't remember.
I see. I went to see this as a young child. I think I was 11 maybe. Because this would have been, what, 20 years ago or something?
20 years anniversary this year, mate.
Oofed. There you go. Aye. But I got the pictures with my younger brother and that. This was tremendous. Because I like the whole pirate thing. I like it. Aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's just not going to be, but aye.
See, when I asked you how you doing this week, mate, you're meant to go, yeah, maybe fine there, Craig. But no, I have a good morning and a couple of technical difficulties. Hello, I'm a pirate.
Aye, well, the modern day pirate has moved on, isn't it? They say stuff like, yeah, I am the captain now.
Although we're going to Captain Phillips next week, which is a great film to watch once. Do you know what I mean? I'd never go back and watch that again.
I don't think it's anybody's favourite film, is it?
No, it's just that one line. That's really the only thing I can remember of it, even though it's a true story. Do you know what I mean? But listen, folks, you're not going to get the benefit of this review this week of Christopher unless you get onto our YouTube, subscribe and like, share and see him in all his piratey glory, because he looks fucking absolutely smashing. So he does. I had the Waynes have got a false hook and a pirate hat in there, but they're at the bottom of baskets and I just couldn't be. Didn't have the energy to muster up to look for them this morning.
Aye.
But on the subject of our YouTube, mate, last week's Untouchables so far have generated 1,400 views, over 1,400 views.
Aye. It's
what happened?
Aye. Well, it's now in line with Unforgiven, isn't it?
Why?
It's like, as people keep asking on Twitter and all that, genuinely do not know what's happened.
Absolutely, no Scooby. I don't know if it's because of the time we've done the two later at night, and by the time I've uploaded them, kind of about midnight. Does that get something to do with it? I don't know. The Americans all like kind of, hey man, up for breakfast? Yeah, let's get the surfboard out. Check out the YouTube. What the fuck, man? Untouchable Scotland. No, I mean, I don't know.
All the Americans and their surfing ways.
Doesn't matter which state they stay in, man. right in the middle of America with no oceans. Yeah, man, surfboard up, dude.
Aye, but aye, everybody's got on YouTube and all that. Aye, thanks for coming on and having a wee get into it. Just,
Aye, it's much appreciated, and it's a right good shot in the arm at a right good time because we needed it. Because other YouTubes, up until well, the last 4, it's been a steady incline.
aye.
So I hope this one does the same. But obviously, because we've mentioned it now, we'll get about 9 views. This one, do you know what I mean?
Yes, bottom seed. But anyway, what have you been watching, mate? Apart from this, obviously.
Listen, I've been watching absolutely hee haw new this week. I've been on the YouTube. I keep referring to it, the YouTube there, watching Old Attenborough because I've got my boys right into the animals, you know. And then I watched Scottish people, British people as well might remember The Scheme. I rewatched that.
Oh my days.
Oh, I tell you. And off the back of that, I found out there's a similar one for Northern Ireland called The Estate. So I watched that. And then later, if I can't pull myself away to watch, well, I've got some good movies to watch. So I'm going to watch some movies later. But I might watch other things like Benefit Street and all that. And Life of Grime shit. Because I'm just a fucking poverty porn. I love poverty porn. No, I don't like it.
Is that the one with Big White D and all that? Is that Benefit Streets?
Big White D?
I'm sure that's the woman. Her name was White D or something.
Well, I can't remember. I just remember, obviously, I've seen it, but it was donkeys ago, man. And I'd never ever seen the end of The Scheme because it got banned, remember? Because Boy Stephen went to court. So I got to watch the end of that. Then I watched a pure deep dive of where they are here and now. Where are they? It's tragic, mate. Woman's lost 2 legs and an arm. Another boy died. Other ones have been in and out of jail. And it's a hard to watch. suggest you into it.
I love coming
But
on
what
here.
about you, man? It's great, isn't it? What about you, mate? Have you watched anything? You been to Pictures?
I went to the Pictures and I went to see The Creator.
Sorry. For all our American listeners and watchers, the Pictures is the cinema or the theatre. Okay? Sorry, Chris, on you go.
Well, we call it the Pictures because we still live back in the day where it's moving pictures. But I went to see The Creator, mate. And I liked it. Without going into too much detail and all that about it, it wasn't the mega action-packed thing that I thought it was going to be, but I was surprised by how it actually was, and I enjoyed it. So, if you're thinking about going to see it, go see it.
On the back of you and other people's reviews I've not seen anybody poo-poo it yet. Do you know what I mean? It's either been tremendous or it's been a great watch. There's ones I listen to John Campbell, as people know that listen to this, and he's had people like saying it's the top 5 film of the year and all that. He says, "No, listen, calm down. It's not a top 5 film of the year. Just calm yourself. It's good, but it's no like exceptional." But you're saying there wasn't a lot of action in it? No, is it more story based? I think it's thought provoking in it.
It's more stuff along the lines. I mean, don't get me wrong, it still has got action in it, and the effects and CGI and that are brilliant, but it's no. See the way it's like, obviously you've seen the trailer, it's this is going to be like war stuff and all that. It's not like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a mix of some films. Like, if you've seen like Chappie and AI and stuff like that, it's along the same lines as that.
What was it? Somebody likened it to District 9.
Aye. Well, see, if you didn't know, you would have thought it was the guy that done that film, that director. You would have thought it was him that done it. Because he also done the film Chappie. So
there you go. That's his kind of genre then, isn't it?
Aye. That's good.
Post-apocalyptic fucking Earth in the next couple of 100 years kind of thing.
Aye.
Smashing.
Aye. But apart from that, that's it. I've watched the series 000, which is quite good. It's about an Italian mafia buying coke from a cartel, and it comes across the world, and it's an American family. They have to port it across. It's quite good if you're into that sort of thing. If you don't mind subtitles and all at points. But
000. What's that on?
it's Prime I watched it on.
Is that a series or a film?
Series. A mini-series, 8 episodes. Then that's it. There's no follow-ups, no nothing. That's it, done.
Check that out, mate. We'll check that out. But I've no caught up in this week's Ahsoka or what's the other one I'm into now? Only Murders in the Building. It's quite funny, quite jovial. I like it. But as I say, it's all about this week. Yeah, it was your pick, mate. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and box office sensation, wasn't it?
Aye, mate. It's launched a franchise, one of the most successful, didn't it? I mean, I don't think they thought it was going to be that successful. But
no, I thought that by the ending, because it was left shut. It could have been that would have been fine, wouldn't it?
Aye. Well, this is the whole. Again, obviously, because they're doing this, you go and read stuff and find stuff out and all that. It was initially just going to be Pirates of the Caribbean, but the studio wanted to leave it open in case it was successful for sequels. So that's when it then became The Curse of the Black Pearl. But the director hated that idea. So that's why, see, when you ever see it, The Curse of the Black Pearl, see the writing, it is tiny.
I'm not a fan myself, mate. When I'm doing editing for this later and I'm making my folders and I'm uploading it, it'll no be fucking Curse of the Black Pearl. It'll be Pirates of the Caribbean 2003.
Aye, but it's 2003, man. Eh? But aye,
I know.
What I say is, pirate films not because this was the director. They wanted to make a pirate film and get it back out there, sort of thing. Because pirate films were all the rage at some point, but
40s and 50s, no, that we boys grew up with. It was you were either a cowboy and an Indian or a pirate. I think that was the three things. But you're right, there was no. I try to think about it. What was a recent pirate film next to this, and the only thing I can think of was Hook, and that wasn't a pirate film. Do you know what I mean?
Well, there's one I like, but it gets pelters, and I don't know why.
It's Treasure Island.
No, I like that and all, but Cutthroat Island with Gina Davis. See, I like that one, but
never seen it.
It gets panned for some reason. I don't know why.
And if I have, my brain's put it in one of the memory banks. It sends down to my colon and shites it. Forgetting a lot of stuff this weather because I'm getting old.
You go to doctors about that. That's not right.
Hello, doctor. I'm shiting brain. Aye, it's things I need, but I'm sifting through my own excrement looking for passwords and birthdays and that. You know, help me. I can't remember the opening line to Angels by Robbie Williams, for Christ's sake.
Climbing down the toilet like we're fucking renting. You know what I mean? Hey!
A renting man looking for words. When's my wife's birthday? Who am I? Where am I? What is happening?
Oh, superb, man. Oh.
So it made 655 million off of a 140 million budget, and that's American USD, man. That's dollar signs, man. That's like George Washington on your paper, man. Motherfucking man. Don't know why I'm doing this fucking hole. And the director
I don't know why you did it.
I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm going to be pure pirate in about 5 minutes, but the director was Gore Verbinski, mate. What else did he do?
Well, I'm sure he done The Ring, the one with Nicole Kidman. And the other one I can really remember is A Cure for Wellness, which I liked, but again, it was another one name and not a lot of people liked it.
Hold on, The Ring with Nicole Kidman?
What's her name?
Is that just
Can't remember. I'm sure it's Nicole Kidman.
Sarah Michelle Gellar in it. Sarah Michelle Gellar in it.
Who?
It's in The Ring.
No, that's The Grudge, I think. Is that not The Grudge?
What was the ring again?
The Ring's the one with the videotape.
Aye, the wee lassie crawling at the telly.
You die in 7 days.
Aye, so what was the grudge in?
The Grudge was some haunted house.
Right.
It's
Well,
very
where am I getting
similar.
Michelle Gellar? Aye, where am I getting Buffy for? But was she on the Ring 2 maybe then? I don't know.
Sure, mate, possibly. Because I didn't watch The Ring 2. Because see, after it's been done, I mean, the big surprise has been done. Know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah. Aye.
oh, what's going to happen?
I know, I know we've moved on with technology. Is it going to be the DVD or the fucking... We're going to have to stream the bitch, man.
Imagine that.
But also-
Netflix.
Aye, what's that? I think I'll watch this. No, don't put that in your watch list, for fuck's sake. He done the reboot of The Lone Ranger that had Johnny Depp in it. A film I really liked, by the way. I thought it was harshly fucking treated, man.
I actually quite like that as well. But I spoke to people that watched The Lone Ranger, and it's like everything, it's not going to capture the same way that you love the previous thing, know what I mean? That's the whole reason I'll never watch the new Lion King. See the live animation one? I will never watch that. That is sin-binned.
Aye.
So,
Oh well. That's that told, isn't it?
even though I like Big John Favreau, but nah, you're not getting it.
Aye. I mean, that's a whole podcast in itself, these remakes. We talk about it for hours. I don't mind remakes of fucking things that maybe didn't do so well, but when you're talking about a classic and then even a classic cartoon into real life, we don't need it.
Nah.
We just don't. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But that is where the money goes, isn't it?
Aye. So what's the story in this, mate? We've got a lot of moving parts. Basically, it's about fucking Jack Sparrow, Will, and Elizabeth in it.
Elizabeth Swann. See, another thing I know was kind of what I didn't realise as well. Keira Knightley was 18 when this came out. Because I remember sitting going, she's been about forever. Know what I mean? And then, well, obviously she was 18 in this. Know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, see if I was working on set with her, she'd have been lucky to fucking see 19. I don't like Keira Knightley. I think she's a pompous, upper end arse fanny. Sorry, Keira, if you're listening to this, which I'm sure you are. I don't enjoy you.
Don't
She came out with one of the most fucking stupid statements a few years back. They were talking to her in an interview about motherhood, and blah blah blah, and she said, "I will never ever let my children watch a Disney movie which portrays the woman being a damsel in distress." Really? You've just made fucking... How many million did you make off Pirates of the Caribbean? You big giant mouthed, teeth clenched together, skinny dying bastard, you. There you go.
So that's Keira Knightley will not be watching any further.
That's fine. Take your views with you, Keira. This is a pure man's podcast, you know. This is hairy chests and I'll do the work as you hoover, you bastard. No, I'm only kidding.
Jesus Christ.
We're very full of thinking. We're open to all.
Well, you'll be getting that doing after this.
Listen, my missus tells me every week, that's a good point. I listened to it, was great. Talk a lot of shit. I've said enough in these 3 series for her to go like that. What's that? You were talking about me? Like, you know what I mean? She's never once poked me up. So she's talked a lot of crap. I love you, darling, but just stop trying to stroke my ego. Stroke something else if you want to make me happy, you know what I mean?
Aye, so the story.
Aye, on you go.
Story is, these pirates are cursed with this Aztec gold thing, and they need to get it all together to lift the curse with a wee blood sacrifice to hang me again. Be normal mortals again. And it just so happens that our Will had the medallion that That's how things kick off, isn't it?
That's it. Him and Elizabeth are young. Elizabeth's on her daddy's ship. He's the captain of this fucking big boat, and they find young Will kind of floating in a piece of driftwood with the pirate medallion.
Aye.
So it's the last piece of gold that's needed to lift the Black Pearl cruise curse, basically. And we find out later, spoiler, because we're not doing this in sync anymore, we're doing this as how we're thinking it, that Will's dad has set him free with this last bit of gold because he doesn't want the curse lifted. So long and short it, there you are.
But see that as well, right? It's not how the start of this film, Liz is a wee lassie and all this, right? And then you've got the Commodore, who is already a full-grown man.
So,
and then obviously, as time moves in, it goes, "You've become a fine young woman," like that. "And you're a big, creepy, beastie bastard. You've got to be at least in your 40s.
It's not that. They're fucking rapey dads, no minding this shit, know what I mean?
I say, Elizabeth, how's about you get on the old man's hawk?
How about you captain his ship, eh?
I remember like a couple of years ago thinking the same, going, hold on now, what age is he supposed to be? Because it's like, like as time passes, it's not as if they let him grow a beard or something along those lines. So he kind of looks like older, that you can kind of pretend that he's young. You know what I mean? It's just...
No, not at all. But Jonathan Pryce plays her dad. I'm not a fan. I think he's a great actor, right? But there's something unnerving about him. He's always kind of out of breath and leery, and he was a bad Bond villain and all. And he was in. See the part he played in Game of Thrones.
Aye.
That fucking mad religious maestery kind of guy that denounced everything apart for the shit stained robe he was in. That's him. That's his character.
So,
you know what I mean?
That's the way he cuts about the house in a shit stained robe.
Aye, fucking things underneath his toenails and all that, cutting about, defecating where he stands.
But in talking about the actor and all that, obviously Johnny Depp, I take it this is what got Johnny Depp into a lot of people's minds. You know what I mean? Obviously he'd done a lot of films before this, but see when you think of Johnny Depp now, you think of Jack Sparrow, don't you?
Well, for character, for portrayal of character, I would definitely would. Aye, you're right. If you say Johnny Depp, first thing I think he's probably is Pirates of the Caribbean. Because other things like he'd done before, as you say, I mean, he was in Platoon for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
As a supporting actor, it's hardly even in it, but he'd done other things like Donnie Brasco and Sleepy Hollow and stuff like that before this, which were all right, but nothing like put him into the stratosphere as Jack Sparrow did, because after that he got kind of signature parts. I mean, even though the reboot of Willy Wonka wasn't great, he played his own part superbly. Do you know what I mean? He's a fucking fine actor.
Yeah, he's good people as well, John. But other than him, Geoffrey Rush, I think, is tremendous in this, man.
He's the best pirate in it.
Aye, it's so good. But also, I'm not talking about these other films, but I can see why they brought him back. You know what I mean? It's just, and again, I like a villain that is just a villain. You didn't need a story. You went, who hurt you? Who hurt you, Captain Barbossa? Who made you this way?
Aye. But at the end of the day, even if you do want a bit of empathy with him, he is only trying to lift the curse. Because when he takes Elizabeth to the cave, first off, he just wants to cut her horn, just needs a wee drop of blood. She's like, is that it? She thought she was getting her head cut off. Know what I mean? She's like, yeah, it's all we need. Do you know what I mean? But he's looking out for his crew.
Then that black pirate, he's not having it. I say we spill all fucking blood. Like, Eric, will you calm the fuck down?
Now listen, the curse isn't lifted, Eric. You know you're not going to get any more satisfaction out of this. Come on, you can't feel yet. You'll feel after it. Do you know what I mean? So Aye, brilliant, man. Geoffrey Rush is... I don't need to ask who's your favourite character in it. It's...
Aye. I don't know. I don't know if I've got one. It's between
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow and Barbossa. Know what I mean? It's just...
It's Barbossa for me in this film, because the franchise, you can't see past Jack, because he's the main, more or less the mainstay in all 5 films, or 6, I can't remember how many there are now, 5 I think it is. But Geoffrey Rush in this is just leagues apart, man. He's a proper pirate. There's a couple of bits in it where he just goes off in one and goes, yeah, in chase scenes, know what I mean? And you're like, yeah, man, that's what pirates do.
Oh, superb, man. But I'll see, I'm saying that and all. He wasn't the original choice for Barbossa. It was the bold Robert De Niro. But he knocked it back thinking it was going to be a flop. Aye. Which is weird, isn't it?
No. Wonder if there was a pattern there and you're thinking, or Disney were thinking at the time about Dustin Hoffman was Hook. Who's like Dustin Hoffman? Do you know what I mean? Fucking Robert De Niro. But, well, I'm glad he did turn it down, because he's done other great things anyway, but this is Geoffrey Rush. The other great thing I like Geoffrey Rush in is he's the voice coach.
The King's Speech.
For the King. Yeah. That's it. Brilliant in that. Just a great actor. Brilliant actor. So he is. But what's your kind of favourite scenes in it? What's your favourite bits?
My favourite bit is definitely Barbossa telling Liz about the curse. See, at the dinner, and you're kind of getting like the kind of gravitas behind all this, that they are immortal in all this. Aye, but they've nae, like, they can drink their full and it doesn't satisfy them. They can eat stuff, they can't taste it. Know what I mean? And it's just like, you're thinking, oh, but you're immortal, you'll live forever and all that. This is brilliant. But then you realise it's actually a different kind of suffering. Know what I mean?
It is. That makes you think, man, because as much as people crave immortality, I'm not one of them, by the way. I don't want to be fucking here any longer than I have to be, but it used to be a thing people used to, especially in films, they used to strive for. Now, the well of life and all that, and the fountain of eternal youth. But if you couldn't, see if you couldn't taste or feel or smell or hop on the good foot and do the bad thing with somebody and just didn't get it and that, like, couldn't it, man? I'd be like not having a soul and just walking the earth with it.
Aye. That's why I like it. It's like, see all the way like through the film. There's serious bits and obviously it's a bit comedic at parts and all that, but see that, it was just like, oh, this is me. That's a bit. Hey. And obviously
that's a bit.
Hey. No, it's just that, mate, because it brings a lot of more seriousness to it. Know what I mean? Plus a bit more like kind of haunting. It brings the supernatural side to it into the film.
Right. Anything else?
Again, probably. In fact, I do like this as well. See when the pirates are got to fight with the navy, and he tells them to take a walk. See when they just start emerging under the water.
That was my second choice. Aye.
Oh, it's brilliant, man. Just the music and everything, and just imagine it. See in the pictures of the cinema, 11-year-old, and you're seeing this. You're like, Jesus.
I want to be a pirate, Daddy. Oh, no. Do you know, I watched that closely, that bit there, because as you know, I fell asleep watching it last night. I know I've got a 50-inch telly and I can kind of see what's good and what's no. So it was brilliant. For 20 years, 2003, I'm like, that's bloody well done.
Aye, definitely. Again, I mean, I was looking at it last night and I'm going, aye, is this dated? Is it going to be horrific looking? Know what I mean? But still looked decent.
Aye.
But
even the close-ups and all that, and the monkey, and then the other thing that's tremendous is when Barbossa and Jack latterly, but before that there's another couple of scenes when there's duels happening in and out the moonlight,
aye,
and it's flawless, isn't it?
aye, it's superb, mate. Again, see when I was watching it again last night, it was like no like goosebumps, but you were like that. That's brilliant how they do that stuff. You know what I mean? You're just like it's like you say, it's flawless, and it's just aye, brilliant, man, brilliant. Like it.
One of
Have
my
you got
favourite.
a specific scene that you like?
She just the introduction of Jack. See, if somebody mentions to me the Pirates of the Caribbean, this is always the scene I'll think of. Is him coming into the port, into the harbour, as the boat's going down, and just the flawless step after the crow's nest onto the jetty. It's just I always think it, and I think that was bloody well done. Fucking off my cap to you, sir. No, I mean that was excellent.
Mate.
And then he's obviously met by the portmaster, who's Lieutenant Grover. This is my little tank.
I was going to say that to you. I was like, oh, we'll just sit in my little tank.
So that's always stuck with me. Again, like you said, the emergence of the pirates walking along the seabed underneath the boat, because it's not a fleeting thing, it's a gradual thing, as you say. They come out the silt, they come out the shadow, they come out the darkness, and then it shows you the side-on angle of them going past you. It's just fucking so good, man. So good.
Brilliant, man. It's brilliant.
The Black Pearl and Interceptors battle, the explosions and the physical sets, the scale of the boats, and it's something to be fucking in awe of, you know what I mean?
Aye. It's brilliant, man. It's like another film, mind the Russell Crowe one. What is it? Is it Last Commander or something it's called?
It's Master and Commander.
Aye, Master and Commander. See that? See like that?
That's what I get called in this house. Does it? Fuck.
Aye, I just got caught.
Master debater.
Aye, bastard! You literally beat me with 1 second. Oh,
hey, bastard. What?
But see, I'd saying that I thought about like how good Johnny Depp is in this, right? There was like a whole host of other actors that were apparently considered for the role. Like, who was it? It was like Matthew McConaughey, Michael Keaton. Can you imagine that? All right,
Matthew McConaughey. I just like myself a bottle of rum there, man. Hey, I'm a pirate. Who else? Sorry, mate.
I'm trying to remember. Well, I'm sure Hugh Jackman. I think Michael Keaton was one of them. But aye, another weird one, right? I don't know how real this is, right? Christopher Walken. I mean, you can see it, but you can't see it. Know what I mean? It's just
aye. I think he'd have made a better Barbossa, if anything. You know what I mean?
Possibly. And the other one, which I thought it would have been a bit too stupid, Jim Carrey.
Aye. It'd have been a comedy film then. It had to have been one of.
Aye. It would have went 2-1 sided sort of thinger. But aye. Oh, funny,
as you say, there's a lot of comedy in it, and everybody has their funny bits in it. They really do. All the main characters, all the kind of supporting characters as well. You've got the mad duo of Mackenzie Thingme and what's his name? Can't remember. The two pirates that are pals with the wooden eye and all that. They're quite funny, aren't they?
Aye, brilliant, man. Oh, see the wee baldy guy. I still quote him. Sees we, hello, Poppet.
But
I say that in the dunk.
I forgot how prevalent and how many times he says it in the film until I watched that again. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Just imagine him getting into the corner shop to get a go like that. Can I get you today, sir? I'll have a copy of The Sun, 20 fags, and some puppets. Mint puppets. And else you can't walk down the aisle, the sweet aisle in Asda without stopping and going, hello, puppet. My mind sometimes.
Oh, aye. And see, I'd saying that at all, mate. It's like some of the lines in this. I remember when we were watching this. I remember my dad, right? See when is it Jack and Elizabeth get marooned on the island, and obviously they find the old rum and all that, and they're sitting boozing the rum, and he gets up the next morning, and she's burnt it all, and it's just, but why is the rum gone? It's just oh, and it's just
And she
hilarious.
tells him, she went, look, this is going to create a smoke signal 1,000 feet high, and there'll be white sails over that cliff in the next half an hour. And as she's turned his back on him, he's cocking his gun as if going to use this one bullet on you.
Aye, because see the bit he says after that and all. There'll be no living with her after this.
Aye, typical guy think you say about women. Oh fuck, man, I'm never going to hear the end of this shit. You know what I mean? She was right again. Brilliant.
But aye, because that's what I was going to say. Let's see, like the character Jack Sparrow. He wasn't supposed to be kind of played that way. I think he was just supposed to be like a straight up and down character. Know what I mean? But I think Johnny Depp
went on there.
Aye.
As we know now, he modelled him on who's got to play his dad in about 4 films' time. Keith Richards, wasn't
it? And it's just superb, man. You can just imagine, man, Keith talking about the house like that, can't you?
Still can't believe they've got him on a film set. Never mind fucking doing stuff on it.
I know, mate.
Look,
It's
Keith,
right.
just don't do anything with your hair and that. We'll put a bit of mascara on you, give you a costume, just cut a bit, mate. Just cut a bit.
Aye. But you know who I'm no mad on, right?
No.
Orlando Bloom.
Not yet. Because I'm no either.
Aye. I don't, but he's been in big films and all this, right? But it's just, I'm not convinced with him at all.
I don't know. He's a lesser Legolas in a different costume for me, and it's just I don't know. It's maybe just me. I just don't think his acting carries enough oomph and gravitas on the screen. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. Because it's just, again, I think his part was up for a number of actors and all, but I don't know if he was picked because he's acting as that way, because I think the character's kind of that way. Know what I mean?
A bit straight-laced and honour and pish like that. Because it starts off like that, didn't it? Like, you're the one they're looking for with Jack. You're the pirate they're looking for. I must fucking take you in. Do you know what I mean? Starts jibbing him that, and then when the Black Pearl invades, what's it called? Port Royal or something?
Port Royal. Aye.
The first thing he does is start picking up wee axes and swords to go out and fight all these pirates because, I am Will Turner. No, I am fucking smashing. You know what I mean? No, you know, mate.
Aye. Because there was, again, apparently they were looking at Tom Hiddleston, Heath Ledger, and Christian Bale for that part. Know what I mean? But see, when I'm looking at them, I can't see anybody else but Orlando Bloom play that character. Know what I mean?
I can see a Hiddleston because he was relatively maybe the same level of exposure as him at the time. Christian Bale, no, he commands a role, and he might have been too overpowering against. So maybe you're right. Maybe Bloom was picked because he wasn't as present as maybe Johnny Depp was at the time.
Aye. What it says, I'm no. He's not my favourite, shall we say?
What kind of is there anything in the film that you didn't like, or it hasn't aged well, or you've always had a problem with apart from Orlando Bloom, mate?
I literally think it is just Orlando Bloom. It's because I was looking for obviously the CGI, see if that was bad, but it's no. And like the dialogue and stuff still works. The comedy still works. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, aye. Nah, not really. Just maybe Orlando Bloom. And like what was already touched on, he might have been cast that way. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
So
Maybe
a couple of
yourself.
things for me.
Oh,
Couple of things.
hit me with them.
Well, one's just a fucking funny thing, actually. See when Jack, at the very start of the film, makes his escape. Now, there's a bit where he cuts the rope when he goes away up high and the cannon comes down and the cannon goes through the jetty.
Aye.
It goes, falls through, makes the hole, and a wee soldier jumps into the hole. You're fucking dead, you daft cunt. So that's just a funny, stupid thing because you're like, oh, come on, that was badly done. It was mistimed. But the other thing that ups me is the song, the theme tune, the score, if you will, because it just Jack goes for a pish. You know what I mean? Like, calm down, mate. I found my keys for the car. Like, whoa, leave that for the big shit, man. Come on. So I think they fling that in unnecessarily at times.
Aye.
As recognisable as it is.
Aye. But is he insane that now? See, when I hear that, instantly think of pirates.
Yeah, of course.
And
remember that video you sent me of you crossing the road and you get up and then I put that to the back here. And it does it. That's it. Chris is coming across the road in his pirate gear. Brilliant, man.
Oh. Superb, man.
Why is the Black Pearl so fast when every sail it's all holy?
Well, that's another thing it's got unnatural powers. You know what I mean?
It's a boat, mate.
I know, but it was a destroyed boat. But what then transpires is Jack Sparrow made a deal with Davy Jones to bring back the Pearl for the depths of the ocean. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's got a bit of spirituality about it. Feng Shui.
Right. It's not a boat, but in it. Aye, it's not a boat.
Aye.
Still made a wood in it.
Aye.
Some of the part as well, I mean, when Jack says to Will about fucking talking about Liz, well, he's talking to Will, says, what is it drives you? And all that. Is it a woman? Is it honour? What do you want to be? Do you want to be a pirate? And then when he mentions Liz's name, his eyebrows go up and he goes, maybe not able to woo said strumpet, matey. Said strumpet. I like that word strumpet.
Aye. Mate, it's like, I see a lot of the dialogue in it is, but like the bit I always laugh at, I know, is see when the Black Pearl's like attacking Port Royal and the wee prisoners like that. It's the Black Pearl. Leaves none alive. And he goes like that. No survivors, eh? I wonder where the stories come from.
Aye, just like that. And they're thinking about it. Probably still thinking about it.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of stuff like that in the older films. Or left no survivors. Oh, how'd you hear about it then?
Aye, exactly.
Oh.
Aye, apart from the one they let go to tell a story. What was I going to say? Tortuga is brilliant as a place. As when you see it, it's busy, it's piratey, it's physical, it's just looks like everything you've been led to believe for pirate stories and books in it.
Aye, every pirate imagination thing is happening in that street.
It's the pirate version of Mos Eisley. There's my Star Wars reference this week.
Aye.
You'll never find a more treacherous band of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Aye, but
Dav's going to Natasha to pick up some barbecue burgers.
no, but I like to say it's Tortuga. It's just brilliant, man. Again, I don't. Did you ever watch the TV series Black Sails?
No.
Well, it's kind of based like before the story Treasure Island. This is where all the characters all come from and stuff. but I can't remember the name of the island now that they go to. But it's like kind of similar. Everybody's always drinking in the pub. Know what I mean? A couple of a wee Stramash breaks it.
It's always fighting, singing, drinking, and women of ill repute, fawn air guys with busts all squinched up in it, man. It's that kind of place.
Aye.
But that's where Jack recruits Gibbs. He's first mate in it.
Aye.
And he's fucking drunk, sleeping with the pigs.
Mate, see just that guy's existence and all, but what are they called again? Is it mutton chops?
Aye.
Superb, man. Society needs to bring them back. As a society, we need to bring them back.
Well, see, in the 90s, they didn't get right down there, but I had the sideburns right down to the end of the jaw there and keeping with my indie kind of look, you know what I mean? My woolly waistcoat and all that. But Kevin McNally, who plays Gibbs, he's, again, synonymous with the part, isn't he? Brilliant.
Aye, brilliant, mate. It's everything that's asked of him. You know what I mean? He plays off
You've
Jack.
done everything I've asked of you.
Plays off Jack really well, didn't he? Know what I mean? This guy that can't be bothered anymore, but he'll do his duty. Know what I mean? And he's a mad raging alky.
That's it. He always get his wee hip flask, which is quite funny because when they're looking for anything and everything to put in the cannons because they've no cannonballs because they put them either side to be faster. They just put in silver and cutlery and plates, and then the wee midget guy grabs his fucking hip flask, doesn't he? Which is then shot through Jack's cell where he's being held on the peril.
Aye, it's bloody empty. But there was a couple of things as well on that. Like, I don't know if it's just something like see years ago.
In the way she moves. Sorry.
Years ago when we were watching this, right? See my younger brother. See when Liz falls into the water and the medallion obviously sends out some kind of signal. Aye, like the pulse, right?
There's an Aquaman in it.
Aye. So see when Jack goes in, saves her, and he brings her up to the surface of the water. Now, I don't know if he read it somewhere or he's seen it for himself, right? But see in the sky, there's a cloud and it looks like a big giant reaching horn that's blown with the wind. And again, I was like, that's... And every time I watch the film now, I look for it and I'm going, oh, aye, that's quite creepy, that. Like, because obviously...
That's quite creepy.
You're getting the whole guy. See, obviously, change and all that. Know what I mean? So it's like the whole supernatural thing's coming for them.
That's right, because it dulls, doesn't it? And candles start blowing out and shit like that.
Aye.
That's brilliant, mate. See another thing, some of the great lines in it. There's a bit at the very end of when Geoffrey Rush is telling Elizabeth about the curse. She's backing off and walking onto deck and saying, I don't believe you try to scare me and blah, blah. And he just goes like that. You best start believing in ghost stories there, Miss Swann. You're in one. I'm like, yeah.
Aye.
Brilliant.
That's like the first reveal into it, or the hangme, or the skeletons. You're going, mate, I'm telling you, man, seeing the pictures, I was in pure awe like that. This is amazing. Because you're thinking just another pirate film, know what I mean? A wee bit of raiding, a wee bit of wee swashbuckling and all that. And then the next thing, this came out. And again, I think that's what the director wanted to do.
Aye.
I think he wanted to make it stone apart sort of thing. So there was like that supernatural element come into it. But aye, brilliant, man. But
well, pirates and ghost stories just fucking go together like peanut butter and chocolate, you know what I mean?
Or he suffers it there, like that. It's peanut butter and jelly, you motherfucker.
I don't know why that was my first thing to go to, peanut butter and chocolate. I don't fucking eat it. I could have said something more Scottish. Goes together like neeps and tatties. Or mince and tatties.
What you were going to say? Goes together like peanut butter and heroin.
Oh, fucking brilliant. Get that Get that non-lumpy stuff. I need to inject it later right into my fucking between my toes and the like.
Yeah, wash that spoon out.
Hot.
Oh,
I some great lines in there, man. Even Jack when he's that bit I was just talking about when he gets the hole blown. Stop blowing holes in me shit.
just see as a, it's just brilliant, man, brilliant. I forgot what I was going to say there. See you and that bloody heroin.
I know. Fucking that peanut butter's thrown me. I just want to spread it on myself. What do you think about the whole plot, the whole storyline about the Aztec gold and the bloody Turner and all that kind of stuff? I think it's good and well done.
I think it is. I mean, I think that's why I like to see the scene with Barbossa that much, because it goes back to talk about what was that guy's name? That mad plunderer, Cortez. Goes on to talk about Cortez and all that stuff, and then you're like, aye, definitely. The Aztecs see my people that would cuss their gold, you know. Know what I mean?
Aye. Have to remind to.
Aye, and it's again playing with the unknown. I think it's brilliant. But
aye,
that's what it
totally.
is. Talking about the gold there, what he says has reminded me, shall we say. I remember at the time, a lot of people see, obviously, Jack and Barbossa are fighting, and the next thing, Jack gets stabbed, and he becomes a skeleton, right? So, people, I remember them talking about, so was he cursed originally and all this stuff? But he wasn't.
No.
He was cursed when he picks up the gold to begin with, and he goes, every last drop, and he keeps the medallion for himself. That's when he became cursed.
Shit.
And I was like, again, superb. You think he's an idiot all the way through this, but he plans stuff like, see when he steals the boat, steals the first ship, and it's all a ruse to get onto the other ship, and he's disconnected the rudder and all this, and you're just like, genius.
He's clever, the boy, isn't he? Because he has to portray, well, he says himself, he portrays himself as being drunk all the time, but you know he can't be drunk all the time. But he's portraying it that way anyway, to just look a bit aloof and a bit stupid. Because there's a 3-minute period at the very start when the battle for Port Royal and stuff like that, where the Commodore says he must be the stupidest pirate I've ever seen in my life. Then 3 minutes later, his second in command says he must be one of the best pirates I've ever seen in my life. Do you know what I mean? She's fucking just totally, everything's got every action's got a counter action. He's thinking one step ahead, which is a sign of a good pirate, savvy.
Aye. Because again, it's like he says, he takes Will with him because he's got the idea like, oh, you're bootstraps, boy. We need your blood. You know what I mean? We need this wee medallion. I need this. Yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean? Just aye. He's like, what was that film with Bruce Willis where he plays the two factions against one another? It's like an old westerny mafia kind of thing. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, you've got me. Don't know.
But aye. But he's like, all the way through this, he plays both sides against one another. Like the Navy and the pirates. You know what I mean?
Well, he can slip away.
Aye.
Which takes a while, but eventually it's the last scene in it when he eventually gets the peril, gets his crew, becomes the captain. Huzzah.
Aye. Everything
That's
comes
quite funny,
circle. Aye. We need to bring that back at all. We need to bring back mutton chops and huzzah.
We say huzzah quite a lot, didn't we? Huzzah! Or we tweet it quite a lot, or text it quite a lot. Aye, you're right, mate. You should say that. I'm going to shout that at Ibrox the next time we score a goal. Fuck me. I wonder when that'll be. Huzzah! Imagine being the only cunt in 50,000 to shout that. You alright? Jolly good, sir. Splendid girl. Huzzah!
Oh, superb, man. But see the practical effects in this and all. Absolutely superb. Like makeup and everything.
I right down to because we got a couple of huge close-ups of it might not sound that interesting, but fucking people's teeth, nails, fingernails, dirt on them and all that, they just look fucking like scallywags, fucking, you know what I mean? Rangans.
Because it's like let's see the details and stuff for this as well. Like, apparently, Johnny Depp wore shaded contact lenses, so he wasn't always squinting in the sun. You know what I mean? Just with details like that, but it's like I remember at the time like he's a bogging bastard. See that bit with Barbossa when he comes right up to the screen and goes, "Agreed." It's just,
oh, the teeth of the man.
You can see his eyes, they're yellow and all, like pure jaundice. You know what I mean? And like you say, black bogging teeth, foaming at the mouth. It's just
even see how when there's a bit that bit you talked about when Elizabeth and Jack get pished on the island, and then it just cuts to the next morning and he's waking up. I'm just his face is ringing with sweat. You know he's hungover and he's not got a drop of water after drinking bottles of rum. Makes me feel ill, man. Like,
oh, it's not right, man. And that's how I always want to end up on a paradise island. You know what I mean? Have a wee swallow, but you're like, oh no.
I wouldn't mind a water cooler plugged in somewhere, but you know what I mean, under a tree. And kudos, talking about the costume design, kudos has to go to Johnny Depp, because actually after the fact, it was obviously reported that to stay in character, Depp's one of the many actors that likes to cut about in between takes and scenes and days with his costume on, just still acting the part. But in order to fill these kind of voids, it was notorious for going to kids' hospitals just dressed as Jack Sparrow, just for a couple of hours a day, every day, and just bringing a bit of joy into sick kids' lives and all that. I thought that's one of the most touching things ever, because you never seen any cunt else in the film doing it, for one, and you don't hear it an awful lot since getting done.
You see, like I say, he's good people. He's good people. No, I mean, unless you were terrified of pirates.
Unless you were terrified
of terrifying wains.
What are you in for, matey? Pirates naked. He's in for his fucking self-harming there with the pirates.
I bet there is a phobia of pirates. I bet there's some fucking name for it.
Of course there is. Of course there got to be. If you can't have a phobia of pirate and a phobia of clown, just can't be, man.
See, another bit I was like, see when I can never remember his name. See the first mate, Jack's first mate,
Gibbs.
Aye, Gibbs.
Mutton chops.
Aye, mutton chops. We'll just call him mutton chops. See when he's telling Will about Jack's escape story. He's like, he lay out there for 3 days. He went mad, the man. No, I mean, and Orlando Bloom's like that, so that explains all it.
Aye. Even a bit where, I mean, this film's kind of littered with Jack just appearing and saying, what if? You know what I mean? Aye. And he's got an alternative for everybody involved. And he's just swaying back and forth a lot of the time, you know what I mean? And you're just, especially Barbossa, right? You're not fucking, you're not believing him here, are you, man? Come on.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Mate, another brilliant bit. See that bit that they're about to do the sacrifice, innit? With Will. And the next thing, Jack walks through the crowd again. Excuse me. Barbossa's just like that. I can't believe this. There's no way.
Because he's in full. Yes, lads. What? Brilliant. Just put him off his stroke, can it?
Superb, man. Oh, absolutely superb. Oh, the two wee soldiers I know. See them as guarding the boat to begin with. They always turn up in the films, and just see their wee bits, their wee back and forths. It's just brilliant, man.
Nice. Rigetti and Pintel, they're called in the film, played by Mackenzie Crook and Lee Arenberg. Oh no, sorry, you're thinking of the British soldiers, aren't you?
Aye. I like the other two, I know. I like the other two as well.
Aye. The two British shows are good, mate. They're good because
Aye.
they're pally for the start, right to the finish. So they're
Aye.
even that bit when they're on the wee boats going across silently. What are we doing this for again? We're going over to fucking do this. But Mr. Sparrow said, and then the Connor's like, aye, that's exactly why, because Mr. Sparrow said he was lying. You're innocent.
As soon as he says that to Jack, right, tell me the truth. And he goes, all right, I'm here to steal this ship. I'm going to commandeer it, get a crew for Tortuga, and rape and plunder my way across the world. And he just goes, I said no lies.
Aye.
I think he's telling the truth.
He is telling the truth. So, I say, what was I going to say there? I had lost my place of thought there.
The two wee pirate duels.
Aye, they man, see the bit. Aye, the bit they came out the cave, dressed in women's dresses with the umbrellas up, obviously, and just everybody's just pure taken aback. Whoa, what's this? Who even could this be? You know what I mean?
You know what's hilarious about that? But nobody has asked him to do this, but he just starts going, ooh.
So good.
It wasn't the wee guy's name. So I've never been so embarrassed in all my life. And he goes, you look good though. And he's like, wee smile. Yeah, you cheeky bastard.
So,
fun.
what do you think of the end game? But it's like him and Barbossa and Will obviously in the cave, and it's verse 9,000 of that fucking tune. But you see the reveal of Jack, right? He's cussed as well. Fantastic. I don't think I seen it coming watching it for the first time anyway. But it's brilliantly done as it's all the moonlight shots are. But then the exchange of the coin with the blood to Will as Barbossa gets shot. What do you think of that?
Aye, I think it was done well to an extent. I used to have a problem with it because it was like, Jack shoots him and then he puts the coin in, which makes the shot useless. But airtime, I'm just guessing that because the hole's there, so he's going to bleed out. You know what I mean? But barring that, I thought it was done well because I like that part as well. See where Barbossa, there's a wee bit of happiness across him that comes across him when he goes, I feel, and then cold. You know what I mean? And it's like, was he happy to feel that, or was he upset? You know what I mean? It's there in the middle.
Was it cold? Cold or old? Cold.
Cold. I'm sure he says cold.
I like it all as well, mate. I like the exchange, the cut, the throw. You don't see Will catching it. But after Barbossa says, you've one shot, Jack, you've wasted it. And he says, whatever he says, I think, maybe, perhaps not, matey. And he turns around. And then Will drops it. If Will was standing with his horn open, cut, and then Geoffrey Rush just looks into the chest and you see the coin at the top covered in blood, it'd have been a wee bit better, I think. You're right about the delay, because the shot would have been, in my thoughts anyway, wasted before the curse was lifted, because the bullet would have right through him, wouldn't it? Just sat in there, and then the curse lifted and then bled out. But that's pedantic. Do you know what I mean? It's just been pedantic. Was me and my directorial experience in that, you know?
It's like the same as well. See, when obviously the pirates are fighting the navy, and the curse is lifted, and you see the black pirate again, and he's been stabbed, and you can kind of see something flicker across his face, like it's done, sort of thing. I don't know if it's like a relief to die. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Before even the pirates realise about the Commodore's sword being covered in blood, they've seen him fall, and they just look up at the moonlight, and that's when the penny drops for everyone in a minute. And they're all quite happy to fucking drop their arms.
Because I mean, imagine getting beat up, somebody starts going, huzzah! Huzzah!
I see again, it's when the fucking feather comes out after hiding, shiting his pants throughout the whole battle, comes out and joins in. Know what I mean? Out of breath. Huzzah! Huzzah! Huzzah!
Starts saying to me,
Fuck
pirate.
you.
Oh, what you like? What you like? If he slap across the top of the head.
Aye. Come on, you, Davy. Was doing there dealing with stuff, you know. Baddies and the like.
See,
I tried to come up, but
see, what I would really like, but I know they're not going to do it with Pirates of the Caribbean, but see, like a really dark, serious pirate film. Because there's I reckon there's a lot of things out there they could do. And it would just be smashing. Like, I know you've not seen Black Sails, but Ray Stevenson, that just died. He was in one of the series and he played Blackbeard. And there's literally a part where this is a thing they used to do. They used to throw pirates there the side, right, but tie them like both ends. And they used to drag them under the boat.
Under the boat.
And they would obviously that was wee mollusks and all that shit would all be stuck to the bottom of the boat, barnacles and stuff, and it would tear them to bits. Know what I mean?
Aye.
It's just
Listen, you're right. If they could do something along the same lines as maybe the Vikings, with pirates, but as you say, a bit graphic and brutal. Do you know what I mean? Because pirates have been kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? You're right, mate. They've been kind of put up as a pedestal, as a fucking thing to celebrate. When in fact pirates were fucking bad bastards.
They've made them PG, haven't they? It's because there's a bit of truth to it. It's even like the Commodore.
Well, look at you. You're sitting there.
I know.
You're sitting there dressed as someone whose full-time career was raping, pillaging, stealing, murdering, and you're celebrating the fact.
See, before you're
actually a bad man.
See, before you actually said that there, I was like, oh, I'd have happily been a pirate. But then, see, for you to say that, for me to say that now after you've said that, like, dirty bastard rapist. But
no, listen. What was your fuck? Especially back then in that era, what was your alternative?
Exactly. But
I'd like to be a pirate too.
There is wee snippets of truth in that film as well. Let's see when the Commodore lifts up Jack's sleeve, and he's got the brand mark for P. That was something they used to do, but apparently they used to do it on their head somewhere, probably their forehead. Right. You know what I mean? But it'd have been obviously,
all right, there, Percy. Who's going to brand you there, Percy? Big P on your head there, Percy. Someone know who you are, Percy.
big jock golf shoe.
Big shoe. But all in all, mate, a good film. The start to what we then didn't realise was a huge franchise. Touching lightly on the franchise on the rest of the films, I've never been able to sit through one of them. Can't do it. I've fell asleep.
See,
I don't think they were up too much.
Nah. The first one is the best one, right? Well, in my opinion anyway. But it's like, I don't know, man. It was like they try to go too for like all the fairy tale stuff, know what I mean? Like the pirating thing was kind of lost on it. It was like, because then it ended up like Davy Jones. Aye, see all that stuff.
Aye.
But it was like, aye. And then I think they kind of tried to recapture it. See where, like the last one, I think it was like Salazar or something like that. And it was like kind of back to the same, but he was like an undead army sort of thing. But aye, nah, this one was the best one because it was the whole pirates, undead, know what I mean? And the pirating was at the forefront yet, sort of thing.
I've definitely seen the second one in the pictures. I remember Jack running on the big wheel fucking thing on the beach and that. Definitely remember that, but I fell asleep. Now that they're all in Disney, I'll maybe try and get through them all again and maybe appreciate them better. I don't know. Maybe it was just a lot going on in the mid 2000s for me, you know what I mean? I never kind of, because they're big, lengthy fucking films, aren't they? All of them.
Aye. Well, see, the first three are part of a trilogy, and then the last two are like just kind of standalone films again. They're a continuation of Jack sort of thing, but the rest of it, nah.
Aye. So, all in all, Pirates of the Caribbean, mate, what do you give it out of 10?
I'll give it an 8 because everything that I liked about it still stands up. Know what I mean? So, aye, an 8.
I've give it a 7. 7 for me.
Oh.
Good film, good watch. It's no one I'll go back to, rush back to watch it much more, to be honest with you. But I like your idea of making a fucking true to life, gory, piratey movie, man. I think that would be good.
Aye.
Just to see how much they were feared. Do you know what I mean? Rather than revered. And see, but aye, that'd be good. But aye, 7 out of 10 for me, 8 out of 10 for you. Any Glaswegianisms?
Dirty thieving bastards.
Oh, fucking hell, man. Brilliant. Mine's is just Thieves of the Clyde.
Thieves of the Clyde.
Thieves of the Clyde. The bastards.
Super.
So there you go, folks. Pirates of the Caribbean. A healthy 15 out of 20 there between the two of us. What do you think? Do you like it? Have we been fair or have I been overly critical? I don't know. What do you think? What's your thoughts on the film, the whole franchise, the actors, the whole shebang? Let us know. Like, share, subscribe. Get onto the YouTube because it's the YouTube, mate. That's where it's all happening.
It's all happening.
You know what I mean?
It's all happening.
People want this now. This here, this Vogue instead of The Voice. Yeah, serious, you with the pistolas. You're not going to see them. See, you're not going to see them on a podcast. You're not going to see them.
And wee Polly.
You need to watch.
Wee Polly.
He's got a parrot. He's got a hat, eye patch, swashbuckling jacket, 2 pistols, and I've no doubt he's got a cutlass close at hand with his skull and crossbones at the back of him. And then on the other side.
I don't know how anybody gets shot when somebody was wearing an eye patch. My depth perception is a way to fuck.
Unless it's their aiming eye, you know what I mean? And then you've got me on this side, I've got Orlando and fucking Jack there looking after me. Will and Jack just stand at the back of me, admiring my arse. So next, any podders you've been listening to this week, mate? Did you listen? Did you happen to listen to Seismic's maiden voyage at the Seismic Soccer?
Not yet, because obviously things had transpired in the workplace, and that
that's right.
took up a lot of the. No, I mean, had to listen to heavy metal music to get through it. Just thrash the anger away. Know what I mean? But
aye.
But I'll give him a listen tonight. Or the day, I'll give him a listen the day when I'm out walking the dog. That's what I'll do.
Aye. Well done, boys. It was good. Good listen. I've got to be honest with you, but to try and compare an Invincible, they try to compare the Arsenal Invincibles to the Arsenal of this current Arsenal. And who would you have in a starting 11? And I know what you're trying to do, but I think the clue's in the fucking name, Arsenal Invincibles. I don't think anybody would get in a starting 11 if you had to pick between the two teams. Maybe you get a couple of people on the bench, maybe, but no, sorry guys, I didn't get that. But although it was good to listen to, really good to listen to. And it was good to see you sitting there with your period tops on and stuff like that. So keep them coming, looking forward to it. Listen to more of it. Diabolical was good this week as well. They done Expendables 2. Had their tongue-in-cheek look at it, which is probably a bit fair. Smashing cast, shite story, good bit of action, and lots of laughs.
Aye.
You're a fan of the Expendables?
Aye. Listen, mate.
Franchise.
It's men's Barbie.
All right.
That's what it is. Stuff blows up. muscles, cheesy patter. That's it.
You just want to see how somebody outkills their pal or outguns them, or do you know what I mean? It's not about it's about 80s dialogue and blowing up shit. I couldn't give a fuck about the story. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not going to see this.
With that kind of cast, you could say, right, the crux of the story is that bad guy stole his milk off his doorstep, and this is us about getting the milk back. Aye, no bother. Make it an hour and a half. No bother. It's good.
Aye, I'll not be got to see the new one. I don't fancy it. I think it's past. You know what I mean?
Aye, I'll wait for the streaming. Fucking, it's leaving that now, right? Slice, but touching 80. Still brilliant, right? Still brilliant. But even the younger ones you'd say in it, like Statham and Terry Crews and Jet Li and all that, even they're fucking hitting 60s. Do you know what I mean? You're like, Jesus, but still good. So we know what we're doing next week, didn't we, mate?
Yes, we do. And it's entirely up to yourself if you want to announce it now.
Will we do it this week? Will we announce it?
Aye, go
for a wee change. Give people a wee break for the guessing game that they're all clamouring over.
Aye, because Twitter is crashing. It's crashing, I say.
Aye. See, in all platforms, there's people with algorithms at work. I don't know what's happening. I don't know how we can go from so unwatched to so watched on YouTube, and then like the Twitter so followed and seen to like relatively unseen. It's fucking it's mental.
It's mind-boggling.
So next week, folks, we are going to be doing the classic. Before I say it, I'll just do a wee impression of it. If I can stop laughing long enough to do it. Leave the lads on after dark, balls. I'm scared to dark. I don't know. It's the Green Mile. I don't want to say too much about it because we're going to talk about it next week. It was just one of the things. I went to the pictures and had no fucking idea what I'd just watched when I came at it. It was that hurt me, man. As a film, it really hurt me. So I'm looking forward to watching that again, mate.
Aye, I want to go and order myself some Kleenex. Know what I mean?
I'm already fucking filling up. He was a French fat faggot named the Delacroix.
Aye. So the Green Mile. That's what's next.
Yes, absolutely brilliant. Always feels as if Shawshank and the Green Mile came out fucking exact same time.
Aye.
Just two cinematic, absolute belters. But I look forward to that, mate. Look forward to watching that over the next couple of days. I'll watch it a few times, I think. Instead of watching old BBC Scottish documentaries for this week, you know what I mean? Fucking 5 million apps and stuff at my fingertips, and I'm on YouTube searching for shite.
Power of dog meat.
I know. Do you ever get that way you're just flicking through them on? There's hundreds of series, and you're like, I just can't be fucked, man.
Bullet.
You know what I mean?
Bullet.
Happy as Larry, couldn't be happier. And then fucking Dana's immortal line. I've made him choose. It's me or the blues. That's award-winning shit right there, man.
That's
horrible,
a good way.
Horrible. Aye, good way to end it, folks. Listen, thanks very, very much again. Stick with us. We'll stick with you. We're good to have as pals, and we're good for a laugh. But for now, for me, tatty bye.
Cheery bye, everybody.
I'll be the last one left when the lights go out. I'm down to one last breath, but I can't stop now. We all fall down sometimes, yeah, but that's just life. So cross my heart and hope to die. Baby, I was born to fight the fear when I feel like dying. I'm trying to fly high, but I'm not a pilot, can't deny it. There's some days I feel idiotic, just a product of a system where you're lucky just to make